Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode number 4 I believe, of our Crystal Palace beta save. Things haven't gone fantastically well and we've had to change a lot of things up, so let's get straight into that. First thing I want to note is we haven't signed anyone else. Jetro Willems is the only player we've signed, just because we haven't got any money to do so. I tried to sign, was it Menino? Is that his name? The fullback, Gabriel Menino, or centre midfielder. I wanted to develop him as a wing back. Obviously, cost way too much and I was never going to get him. But I thought I'd try, and the board weren't having any of it when I said, can I have some more money? So we're, working with 373k and £1,600 in wages. It wasn't going to happen really, us bringing anyone in. But what we have done is kind of decided that we are keeping Malcolm Ebioe, as in not letting him get loaned out. I think he's been pretty good from the few games he's actually started playing, and we've actually had an uptake in form since then, and we've had a change of formation as well. So let's jump in and take a look at the kind of what's happened with the game so far, and then we've got a big Liverpool game coming up for you. So after our massive win against Arsenal, what a comeback that was. We, in fact, unfortunately lost to Leeds at home. Mateta getting a lovely little dink over the keeper initially to give us the lead, but it ended 3-2. We followed that up with a second home defeat in a row with a 3-0 loss to Tottenham. Still playing that 4-3-3 control possession. Kane getting a double in that one. It was then the Carabao Cup where we won 5-2 against Oxford. Very, very comfortable win in the end in this one. Ebioe with a lovely pass through to Edouard, who kind of rounded things off with a hat-trick in that game. Back in league action, though, in the next one against Wolves away. And we only scored because they went down to 10 men after a Diego Costa masterclass of horribleness. Finally, in the last game, we did turn things around. We got our second win of the season against Bournemouth, so not the biggest of sides, but it was a change of formation as well that was with that. Ebioe getting his goal in that game, as I said, he's been influential, and you can see here as well his further influence on the game as his ball came in. Zaha won the header, hit the post, and he tucked it away to make it 2-0. So that's how we ended up performing. It hasn't been great, I'll be honest. We haven't done fantastically well, but we have changed formation, changed tactic, and I felt a lot more confident against Bournemouth. I don't think Bournemouth really had any shots on goal. Like, they had one shot on target and 3 shots in total. We kind of dominated the game, not in possession, but we kind of sat back. So you can see the formation there. Ebioe and Zaha were just behind Mateta, and they seem to absolutely thrive in there. Hughes got a game as well. We're a little bit down for players in today's game against Liverpool, which is a little bit of a worry. We've got Gay out injured. It's no point risking him against Liverpool. I know he's one of our best centre-backs, but I'm kind of like, it's either you risk him, he gets injured long-term, but you might get something from Liverpool, or you rest him, make sure he's okay for the next game where you've got a chance of getting something. And hoping that the boys on the pitch can do something to hold on. But it is a 5-2-2-1 or a 3-4-2-1? I'm not sure what you'd want to call it, but it's kind of a counter-attack, but a bit more fluid and exciting on the break. We're not completely held back. We're not defending with our lives and never coming forward. We're balanced, so we can move. We're much more fluid with the front three. And then we've also got Hughes in there who'll want to get forward. Mitchell and Klein as well, happy to get down the wings. And the 3 centre-halves just sitting there. But Gator will be in goal today. Richards, Anderson and Ferguson has come in for Gator at the back. Richards tucking in at centre-half. And he's done very, very well there. We're still looking for, I think that is what we've got to try and get in January, if not next season, if we're still around, hopefully, is a right wing back, right back role. Klein's doing okay there for now, but he's 31. He is going to start to decline, and he's already knackered from bombing up and down that right-hand side. Tyreek Mitchell, though, obviously very, very good on the left. Decore and Hughes in the middle. Zaha playing in a role which he isn't necessarily familiar with in the advanced playmaker role, but it gives him a bit of freedom. I mean, we could turn him more into a Trequartista, which he might like even more. But for now, we need a bit of rigidity, especially against Liverpool. So he's going to be in there. Ebioe is going to stick with playing. I mean, he was very good in the last game, so why not keep him there? And then Mateta up top. But Edouard's hat-trick in the Carabao Cup is kind of keeping him on the bench at the moment. But we'll see how things go. Elise is coming back. Eze as well. They missed out on the last game because they were just very, very tired. But the boys did so well. I wanted to keep them in there, and we can kind of mix things up and bring them on if we need something later on in the game. So let's jump into it now and see how we get on. It looks like reasonably happy across the board. Obviously, Liverpool are a very, very good side. It doesn't look like they've got Trent, though, playing at right back, which is nice. Kanate, Van Dijk, Milner playing at left back as well. So they haven't got either of their fullbacks that are the real big danger. I say the real big danger. Doesn't mean they haven't got Salah and Jota, Firmino coming forward, but you know what I mean. Those extra danger coming forward from fullback. Although Milner's going to take this free kick. It's going to go to the back post. It's headed towards goal, and it looks like it might have just hit Fabinho and gone in. Okay, that's a thing. Apparently, crossing 5 minutes in. Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah, it's not too surprising. I mean, he does head it towards goal, but we should have probably been defending that a bit better, which is a little bit disappointing. Hopefully we can suck up some pressure and look to break. But Richards with a free kick. It's our turn to get something from a free kick, maybe, as he takes his time. There's no rush, I guess. We're only 1-0 down. Anderson with a ball switch over to Mitchell, who's going to look to take on the fullback, Joe Gomez. He fires it across. It does find Mateta, who does put it away. Okay, we're back in it once again. Tyreek Mitchell with a lovely fire ball across. He took on Joe Gomez, which, again, he's playing slightly out of position, so their fullbacks are going to be their weakness. And we've got to exploit that with especially Mitchell down this left-hand side. And Anderson found him very, very well on that overlap, which is one of the things we're looking at. And that is set up in the tactic. We don't look for the overlap on the right. We just look for the left. And the players can kind of shift across, hopefully, if it works like that. We'll have to see. But hey, 1-1 at Anfield. I mean, if we can take it 1-1 for the whole game, great. I can't imagine that's going to be the only goals, as Virgil van Dijk's going to step up for this free kick. He's going to look to curl this one, top bins, but it goes wide of the target. I wouldn't say we got lucky there. I'd just say he's not as good at free kicks. I don't want to jinx it, but, you know. Joe Gomez on this right-hand side, taking that throw-in down to Firmino, who's wide open, but Ferguson does well to get across. He's looking to play that ball up to Zaha, who's in a bit of space here. He is loving life at the moment. He's dinked it past Kanate. Can Zaha make something happen? It's the man. It's a fantastic challenge in the end. What? That's a goal kick. What? So it deflected off him? Or was that a dreadful shot by Wilfried Zaha? But that's classic Zaha, isn't it? When you think about it, it's that player who can just make something out of nothing, which is exactly what you need in this. Why is he unmarked there? I don't know. Ebioe looking for a long ball forward. Mateta does so well to hold on to that into Mitchell, whose touch is a bit funny as it bobbles up. He's pushed out wide. It has to go back to Ferguson, but we've got the ball as it is launched over the top to Ebioe to chase. But I think we're holding our own. We haven't necessarily had shots, but I mean, other than that free kick where he was just free for no reason on the edge of the box. Zaha plays it through to Mateta. Can't be. It isn't. It isn't. I got a bit excited there, okay? I'll admit it. But it's a good save by Alisson, and that's why he's one of the best in the world. But Mateta's on a bit of form, so I thought he might be able to sneak it past him. But hey, that's good. We're still creating chances. We're still making stuff happen. Ebioe is not... I don't know if I'm even saying that right, I'll be honest. Correct me in the comments, because I also got wrong the Brighton and Palace rivalry, if you remember that in the first episode. Don't think many people were very happy with me about that. Let's look at this then. I think we will take Ebioe off for maybe Eze or Elise. Eze, because he's just slightly sharper, and I think that's what we need in this game at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, Klein is absolutely dead, but I don't think there's anyone I really want to be playing there otherwise. Let's leave it at that for now. We can always make further changes if needed, but so far so good. Obviously, they are going to be dominant. They're going to be more in possession. They're going to have probably more shots, all that sort of thing. but we're keeping on par with them, really. On target, we've only had one shot left, which you can't ask for much more than that. Long ball by Gator. Zaha goes up. I mean, he can't have beat Van Dijk. I think I was seeing things. I was hoping that he did and knocked it down, but he didn't. Diogo Jota, though, looking to go all the way around the outside. I mean, we are just letting him run. Ends up being a good challenge. We ended up managing to get the nick off him, and it goes up for a goal kick. So, really, the perfect challenge when you think about it like that. But with only 18, 17 minutes to go, 15 minutes now, we're slowly but surely seeing the clock run down. Gator, and I look long forward. Eze, can he go up and beat Matip? No. No surprise there. Don't blame him in the slightest. As the ball comes out to Carvalho, the youngster, who's played it over the top to Darwin Núñez, and Gator gets out nice and quick, which is exactly what you want. Let's take Zaha off then. He's had a very good game, but we'll bring on Elise, and then Edouard. Do I bring Edouard on? Milivojevic will bring on for Doucouré, who's not had a great game, to be honest. But hopefully Milivojevic can kind of get that experience and hold us out for another 10 minutes. But he's not quite on yet, as Tsimikas is coming down this left-hand side, a more natural fullback than Milner on this side. And there was a push, and now he's going to get sent off. Well, there's a new animation. Great. Oh, for God's sake. Why do I have to see that animation now? Of all the times. You could have done it any other game. But no. You decided to do it in a game where we could actually get a point off Liverpool. Right, no, that's fine. What do we do then? We bring Joel Ward on for Zaha. Pop him back there. And I think, in fact, we will swap him and Chris Richards round. So Ward's playing a more centre-half role. And we just have to hope we can kind of hold on now. I'll move Eze central, because otherwise that's just gonna freak me out. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's off centre. All right, that's why it always has to be matching on either side, even if the roles don't. As the ball, that's just, that happens. It does happen like that. When you go a man down to Liverpool, you tend to have an issue. As Matip strolls forward, finds Van Dijk, who's ball over the top, finds Carvalho. I mean, that is... How much of that is because we're a man down, and how much of that is just poor marking, poor defensive work, But, hey-ho, there we go. We're going to end up losing 2-1, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to get back in this, as they're going to come forward again. I'll put it on attacking for the sake of it. As Joel Ward heads clear. Tsimikas now coming in. I mean, again, just a wide arc of running, and you're fine. You're never going to get tackled until you get to the byline. I mean, look how many yellow cards we've got. I've got being strong in the tackle one, but it's a bit crazy. Okay, I can't ask. I mean, we've not done too badly there. Chelsea are second from bottom. We could have got something out of that, certainly, and we're going to have to blame Nathaniel Klein for that, because it was a push. We saw it was a push. It's quite a nice little detail they've added in the game that you can now see that, but I don't know if I feel more or less beaten down because of that, but there you go. We'll keep on pushing through. We've got a few games now that I'm hoping we should be able to get a win from. And then Man United and Chelsea. And Chelsea, like I said, Chelsea are in the relegation zone currently after 5 games. Not a great start to the season for Graham Potter. How have they done? They've not had an easy run. Tottenham, United and West Ham smashed Leicester 4-0 and then lost 1-0 to Brighton. Adam Lallana getting the goal. And it's not going to get easier with Arsenal coming up. They've got then Fulham, Leeds and then Liverpool before it comes to us. So we'll have to see. We might come back for that game. Not sure yet, but, we could be back for the Chelsea game, see how we get on against them. Anyway, with that, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.